I invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, because here, we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com. Delray Beach. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jamel.
And we are here at the beautiful Delray Sands.
Yes.
You would be able to see the ocean right behind us, but we decided to close it on you.
Yes, the sun is very bright.
Yeah, it's very bright. You wouldn't be able to see us, so I'm just teasing. But we are right here on the ocean. Such a beautiful way to start the day.
Yes, yes. So not only is the Delray Sands Resort, but the restaurant that's in here, Latitudes.
We had fun when we went to eat there
Some
that
awesome
day.
seafood.
So good.
Everything from breakfast, lunch, dinner. They have a nice little bar. I mean, it's one of the only restaurants that's between like Delray and Deerfield.
And on the
along
ocean.
A1A.
On the ocean,
Yes.
like right outside the window.
Yeah.
I mean, and when we came, so I'm going to tease him about this again because it kind of ties into today. So when we were here, this little lady next to us is staring at him, and she's like, and then she finally, like, you could tell she like got her courage, and she comes up, she's like, "Are you famous?" So Sarah and I, of course, are like, yes, very, very famous. So she wants to take pictures with him. So we had a really good time because we like to tease Jamel when we can. But today is a really exciting day for you, for our town, for our community.
Yes.
And for the boys.
I think too, when it comes to high school football or when it comes to kids that are their dream.
Yes.
This is like a day that's from their little. This is everybody. Oh, I want to be in the NFL. I want to be a professional athlete. And as these kids start to play youth ball, then they get into high school ball and they dream of signing day.
Yeah.
Signing to a college. A lot of times people have big dreams of what college they want to go to, but as they get closer to that dream, they start recognizing like, you know what? I like any school. I just want to go to school and play football.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for the young men that will be Saturday. We have 6 young men that are all of our kids are going off to college, but we have 6 young men that are signing today their letter of intent for college.
What a win for you, for Principal Edwards, for the school. I mean, these kids work so hard on and off the field, as we talk about on a regular basis. So for them to have this moment, and I mean, look, guys, we're in Delray Beach. We got to do it right for our boys. So they're here on the beach doing their signing day.
Yes, and I think, too, not only just for the principal, myself, but the parents.
Yes.
Because think about it, the parents don't have to pay for college.
Thank God.
So
I
these
still
kids are
have
getting
those. I
scholarships.
have those student loans, guys. I do not enjoy those. So it is, and it gives people an opportunity to go places maybe they wouldn't have been able to go if they didn't have this scholarship money. And I mean, that is such a win. And for these parents who worked so hard to help their kids so many years through school,
I totally agree. I know this is like a parent. And one thing I tell my kids, I say, listen, if I'm paying for school, you're going where I want you to go.
That's right. That's right. I like that plan.
You're going to Palm Beach State.
I like that plan.
It's going to happen.
They're going to go to mommy school.
My daughter's like,
mommy school.
my daughter's like, I want to go to UCLA. I want to go to LSU. LSU. It's like, you better get a scholarship.
Yep, get that scholarship. That's right. And I think it is worth noting that, you know, for kids having this path that they can follow their dreams and also get this education. So maybe they play college and they don't decide to go on.
And I have to step back and say something. I'm not trying to take a jab at Palm Beach State at all.
Oh, yeah.
But they have some great programs. It's just it's cheaper.
He's just saying because it's right here in our backyard.
It like Palm Beach State tuition fits my bank account.
Yeah,
like it matches. They go hand in hand together.
I think it's past mine, Jamel. I told you, mommy school is where I'm at. We're going to the mommy school for college. But I think this is just a beautiful day, a beautiful moment for us to be able to celebrate with these young men who have worked so hard and have a special time for them.
No, I totally agree. I'm really excited for these young men.
Well, I'm also excited about another event that's coming up. I'm an Italian-American person, so garlic is in our blood. So Garlic Festival is coming up. So we have Lindy, the marketing director from Festival Management Group, coming.
Yes.
And look how beautiful she is.
Come on, Lindy.
Poor Lindy.
See what happened?
Lindy.
Come on, Lindy.
So you can't tell. Lindy has a baby garlic in her belly. Yes. Are you able to sit in this, Lindy? We challenged her. We're like, put it on. And now poor Lindy's suffering because of us.
And she's actually wearing the Garlic Fest perfume as well. No, I'm just playing.
I was like, is there that? How do I feel about that one? Garlic ice cream, I'm excited about. Garlic perfume.
So, you know what? Tell us about Garlic Fest. Tell us the history behind this event. What is it that people should be expecting when they come to the Garlic Fest event?
So this is our 24th year.
Wow.
24 years. It originated in Delray Beach, our backyard.
I used to love it.
We loved it in Delray Beach, but we kind of outgrew the site anyway, so we're now in Wellington. But it's everything in the name. So you have, of course, garlic food, over 100 different garlic foods. Every year we challenge our chefs to make something new. So we have, of course, garlic ice cream. If you haven't tried that, you have to tell people
it's actually delicious. It sounds really weird. My dad's like, garlic ice cream, let's try. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It is really good, Jamel. It is, and it's not spicy. It's not. You can handle the heat.
You can do that. Then you do the garlic donut because it has like, the caramelized garlic on top.
I didn't have that one.
That's great.
It's interesting. I have to
I'm like, my mouth is watering.
I'm trying to have my mouth water, but it's not happening.
And of course, we've got your basics. You know, the garlic French fries. The
okay. Now we're talking.
Jerk chicken. The garlic
now we're talking. Now you know how to make
jerk chicken.
I need a napkin right now. I need a napkin.
Now he's part of the party. He's part of the party.
I mean, it's everything garlic, but besides the food, we always have live entertainment. So for 24 years, we've brought in some really big bands. This year, we're going a little bit different. We're doing country this year. We have Drake White, who's a up-and-coming country star, so he's headlining. But of course, we have a million local bands like playing all throughout the day, music all day. And then for the kids, this year finally we have amusement rides back. So Ferris wheels, everything. Exactly.
So when is the event?
I was just about to ask you
it's this weekend. So it starts Saturday.
Weekend.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to about 9 p.m. on Saturday and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday.
And the location?
We're out in Wellington this year. So Village Park, beautiful place, lots of room, very family friendly, everything there, and it's so much fun.
So what is something that people don't, because we know about food and those things, and that's what a lot of us go for.
Yeah.
Jamel's now coming for the food.
Yeah.
But what else do people not expect when they're coming to Garlic Fest?
We're not your average event. We're actually staffed by all volunteers.
Oh wow.
So all of our proceeds, pretty much all of our proceeds, go to nonprofits.
That's
so we really help out, and we still have a lot of Delray nonprofits that have worked the event for 24 years.
Wow.
So we give back. We've given over $690,000 back to nonprofits over the years. So everyone you see working there is a volunteer.
Yeah.
So that's an awesome thing about our festival.
Well, one thing I can say too, I remember when the event was here in Delray, and I think just the event really outgrew what Delray really had to offer. It was just more down at Old School Square, but I think it was so many people coming out to the Garlic Festival, and it was even it made like national TV. It was on the Food Network. I forgot the guy's name, but he come on and he was trying all of the different. There he goes. I seen it. I was like, hold up. That's the Garlic Fest. You know? So. But if you're a foodie like myself, and if you're looking to try many different foods, because there's also a competition with the different garlic foods.
We used to have it. We used to have that, and we had it in Delray when it was bigger. But now it's just a lot of different vendors.
Okay.
And Chef Winston's still out there, one of the people that, of course, have
Chef
won.
probably been there for so many years. He has his own. He has his own show now too.
Yes, he does his own YouTube show.
He has his own YouTube show.
That's
Chef Winston.
amazing.
He's funny and very energetic. I love
Yes,
him.
he's so much fun. And then you'll have the flaming shrimp scampi that they do
Yum.
there. So it's kind of like a show when you're standing in line for the food and watching everything. It's a lot of fun. And there's music all day. There's vendors and local artists to shop from, which is awesome too.
That's the best. I
Yeah.
love when you get to support local in such a fun way.
Yeah.
And this is a great opportunity to find new businesses that you can support year round.
Yes.
Yeah.
After the Garlic Festival.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a
So
stinking good time.
Where could people go? That was good. That was good. I like that. I like that. So where can people go right now to really grab tickets?
Yeah, so
for-
grab your tickets online at advanced. So at garlicfestfl.com. They're $15 to get in, but it's for all day, so you can come and go as you please, and it's a great time.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for humoring us and
Think
putting
I
on
can
this
get-
beautiful costume. We'll help you
get
get
outta
out.
here?
We'll step forward so you can come this way.
Yes,
Come
this
way,
was the
lady.
stinkest show ever.
Stinking show.
Best stinkest show.
I got you.
No problem.
Yay! Oh, that was awesome. Okay, so next up, we are going to have a guest that we've had on a few times.
Yes.
And she's always welcome here.
Always.
You have to do your announcer voice for this one. I feel like this is necessary.
I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, we like to welcome the one and only, if there's another, he or she must be a phony. The wonderful principal at Atlantic High School, Miss Sandra Edwards. You hear everybody clapping, right? Yeah. Quiet down, everyone. Quiet down.
Right? He does it. He just does it so good, especially when it's something like, it's got to come from this. So we're also going to have Coach Jamel Stewart.
Oh, thank you. She's ready to turn all of the questions over.
Yeah, of course we got to turn it on you. This is a big day for you guys. I mean, what you have put together with this football program and grown it even since you've been there is really noteworthy, Jamel. And I know you talk about everybody else and you're always thinking about others and helping people, but really what you have done for these young men. I mean, we'll be in meetings and Jamel's like, oh, I have to, the boys are calling. It's like, you're like family to these boys, which is so special. And I mean, and you too, it's amazing to sit from the sidelines and watch what you are building with this program and at your school.
Well, I think too is the support. So when you have the administration that's there to back you and to really support you and understand your vision for the program. And I think it's not really just my vision, all of our vision, because they really put in some things that they want to see, some things that I want to see, and we all make it happen. They handle a lot of things on campus from with the teachers, the academic side, and I handle majority of the stuff that's outside of the school, the things that may happen off campus or the things that's happening inside of the homes, with the kids, and not alone just with myself, it's the coaching staff as well. So we have coaches that work on campus, and it's a 24/7 job. I mean, you cannot be a football coach here and not just put in and work year round for these young men. So that's the only way I know how, because I know the coaches that I had, they did the same for me. And actually, her father was one of my football coaches.
Stop. That's a full circle moment. I get chills with things like that. That's so beautiful. And for you as the principal and being able to do what you guys are doing, I mean, what do you think is the big difference of how you guys have been able to really push this program forward?
I think it's about relationships. It starts with relationships. Our students trust us, the football players, the team, the community, the parents, and that trust is important. And so we're very transparent, and I think they realize that we do want what's best for all kids, and we're always excited. And being a product of the Delray Beach community, like you said, my dad was a coach, so I do know what it takes for the coaches to get our students. And what's big with the football team is just the mentoring piece as well. That's huge for me. The students really and the players to have that mentoring there and just the guidance. Some of the kids don't have father figures or mother figures, so it's important. And I'm very grateful for Jamel and the coaching staff at Atlantic High School.
That's so special. I think especially at that phase in life, everybody needs someone that they feel like they can trust. And for some people, even if they do have both parents at home, having that extra person who believes in you and is connected to you makes all the difference.
It sure
and
does.
seeing you guys cheerlead and champion is, I mean, he's walking the streets all the time proud about this program. So going back to even further, and what I love so much is how you focus, like you said, on and off the field. What other things are you doing within your program to really help these boys be able to move forward?
Well, the one thing that we started doing was try to partner with some of the elementary schools here in Delray Beach to have our kids become mentors. You know, to a lot of these. So I may have a kid on the team that I may think that's a little immature when he's around his peers. But when I put him in a room with some 4th or 5th graders, it flips. Like he becomes so mature, he becomes that leader. And I remember as an elementary school kid looking up at these high school kids, they were like idols. You know, I would come
Superstar.
when I was a kid, I would go to Atlantic High football games. If I got a glove or a wristband, it could have been so sweaty and stink, and I would cherish that thing because I thought these guys were God. You know, so I tell our young men, it's like these young men, these young boys that are looking at you guys are God to them. So when you see them, you know, when you're walking on the field, you're walking off the field, you see them in the community, get them a high five, talk to them, you know, speak to them. So it's things of that nature. Also, just partnering with people in the business community. You know, those are the people that's coming in and helping us really mentor. We have a lot of people, I mean, a lot of business owners around the city that are coming in mentoring our young men that have built relationships with them, giving them internships, you know, and things of that nature too. So that's been really big for us. We can't do it ourselves.
Right.
It's taking it one step further. And I remember last year when you went and you guys found people who would donate suits for these young men, so they had a beautiful suit. And I think it's the extra mile, extra 10 miles, I think you guys are going for these students that makes it so special and leaves that mark on them forever.
Right. You
that
have to
somebody
go over
cares.
and beyond. And that's what you're saying. It's always, to make it great, you have to go over and beyond.
You know, one thing that I noticed this year, after last year we sent off of our 27 seniors, 19 went off to college to
Wow!
So that
my goodness, that is a really beautiful number.
The one thing that I was looking at is we helped those kids get off to college, but I think we failed somewhere because it was just more of how do we help them sustain while they're there? How do we help them thrive? So they ran into so many obstacles where the kids didn't, Coach, I don't have snacks, or I don't have a refrigerator, I don't have a coat, I don't have a jacket, it's cold up here, so it was little things like that. So now I was like, listen, I have to figure out a way, this year to make sure that we help these kids, because we preach college, we preach this, and we had kids that going out in the middle of Kansas.
And they're from Florida. We don't get so cold here. We don't really know what winter is here.
So they run into, they're in the middle of cornfields and everything, out in, and I'm like, you know what, man, and I had this kid calling me, he was like, Coach, I'm hungry, but I'm in class when the cafeteria is closed, so I don't know what to do about a meal plan. So I had to partner him with, certain business people in the community that sent him gift cards so that he can find meals, so it's,
that's beautiful.
And it's different. It's different amongst each kid, different situations, but it's just one thing I want to make sure that we have in mind, especially with these young men that are getting ready to go off to school this upcoming fall. So that's one of the biggest things that I'm trying to focus on.
Well, I'm going to tell a story about you because I just think this was so special. So the other day we were meeting about the show.
I always get scared when she goes to tell a story.
No. I'm not teasing you now. I'm not teasing you. This is serious. I know we like to tease each other, but this is a very serious moment. So we were having a meeting and he got a phone call, and some of the boys were asked to go meet the coaches at school, and they were not going to go because they didn't know how they were going to get there. Jamel drove. How far did you drive to pick up one of the young men and bring him to the airport? So and this was on his day off. Right. He works, he coaches, he has a family, he does so many other things, but he took that time to go make sure that young man was able to have this opportunity. And it made me cry because it was so beautiful that he can go and do so many things and be so selfless to give to others. And same with you and your whole team. It's
the thing is just that I think we're put into certain situations for a reason. I think it was just more of like me. I was able to go ahead and provide this kid with an opportunity, but I think I've just been blessed, with the opportunities being able to do that. So me working with Lee Cohen, who's actually one of our supporters of our program, give me
Wonderful supporter.
that freedom to really be able to assist and help kids in the community when they need it.
Absolutely, and I think that is such a beautiful gift that Lee is giving also, giving you the time and the ability and the support. I mean, he donates to, I don't think there's anything that you don't see Lee Cohen being part of that is important around our town. He's one of the first people to sign up every single time and show up for people. So in the next year, what else is going on with Atlantic High in the program? Because as you're shifting from one graduating class to the next, what's next?
I mean, so this past year, we were district champions. This past year, so we did win our district. We had a record of 8-3.
Yes.
You know, of course, like we aim for perfection.
Of course.
At the end of the day, you know, we hate to lose. But I told the boys yesterday we met, and I was really impressed with them on what the steps that they made from the past 2 years to become 8-3, make it to the playoffs. We lost to St. Thomas Aquinas in the playoffs, but overall, I think the kids have done a great job. Of our senior class this year, we have an average GPA of a 3.2.
Wow!
That's
a big hand
So, and you know, as I look, and this was probably the first year as I'm looking to try to pair kids up with colleges. Well, I'm looking at our junior class, and when kids are coming to me and they're talking about what schools they go to, and they're mentioning Ivy League schools, it's like, oh, what is this? This is nice, you know. This is working.
See that as a possibility.
Right. Definitely, because at one point I never knew what an Ivy League school was when I was coming up. But now these kids, Coach, I want to go play ball at the Ivy League. I've never really heard a lot of kids say that before in my life. I was like, I need to record this. So.
And you're helping them feel confident.
Right,
it's the confidence to even take that step. Because I didn't apply to an Ivy League school, and I had really good grades, and I was scared, you know. But I didn't have that person in my corner to say, "No, you've got this. Here are the steps. Here's the plan," and you're creating this plan with them to get them. Yes,
very much so.
So for people who are watching that maybe want to get involved in either helping the young men as they go on to college, or just the program in general, or just love what you're doing at Atlantic High, because how can you not? How can people get involved and jump in and support?
I mean, definitely, you can reach out to me, or you can reach out to the principal. My school email, jamel.stewart@palmbeachschools.org. That's the best way. And I tell you, we really don't turn nobody away that really want to come in and help and assist the program. And our program is really a wet ball to clay. So for me, we mold it and shape it into whatever we want it to be, you know. So and it's year round, you know. So it's not just during football season. These kids need support in the summer, you know, in the spring, you know. If you need something done at your house, we bring the kids over. We'll help you. We'll assist, you know.
I need some garden work.
We'll bring the kids over.
All right, where do I sign up?
We've had some of the kids do a lot of different things.
My husband's tired of putting mulch down, guys. I'll be real excited to have somebody
these kids,
help.
they're really excited about it, you know.
So people can call you, and because maybe people have opportunities for summer internships, or they need extra hands at their business.
And they can reach out to me as well.
Perfect.
Yes.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yes, the number to the school, 243-1500.
1500.
Yes, and just reach out. You can ask for Ms. Edwards. Somebody will get the message there. I'm rarely in my office there at the school, so
we don't turn anyone away.
Okay.
We want that help. We want the support, but we need it, so that's great.
Yes.
Absolutely. And is there anything else that you do need that somebody watching may have or be able to provide?
We always need volunteers to come out to support our students for mentoring, and of course finances.
Yes.
Because I do like to do a lot with students, and I love incentives, because students, they need it. So anyone that wants to donate financially, even just their time as well, it's needed at Atlanta.
So that was a good pitch. So I'm gonna go off the segue with her. The one thing that I look at is when we look at top-notch schools throughout the county, things that make kids feel great about their campus. I think when you ride by Atlantic High School and you see the football field, you see the softball field. So we're looking to really make that area beautiful.
Yes.
You know, so from where it's windscreen banners, where it's signage or whatever it may be. So if there's something that somebody out there is really good at or really doing, you know, we're looking for finance to raise dollars to really support those marketing efforts as well. So that's something really big, you know, and people can actually put their business name on it, you know, when they support it.
Wonderful, because then there's all these people who are coming to the games, both locally and from the other teams, are going to see your business. So it's the perfect opportunity to give to others and be able to help your business at the same time.
Yes, I agree, totally.
I am just so excited for everything that you're doing and so proud of you and your team and the boys and the parents and everyone who steps in and steps up, because it really is, I mean, it's beautiful to watch what you're creating. It's magic.
Thank you for this opportunity as well.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. he doesn't like being in the hot seat.
No.
He'd rather ask the question.
I'd rather ask the
But you're
question.
so good at it. You're good at both sides of the interview. So we have some important business members of the
Yes.
community. Is
Yes.
C-Ron here yet?
He's not here yet. However, we can go ahead and bring on. So we're going to segue into this. There's a big event coming up that Mr. C-Ron is hosting with his nonprofit, the KOP Mentoring Network. He's recognizing some African American leaders or business leaders and people that have really projected in their field in Delray Beach. And
Just
Miss Edwards
beautiful.
is funny. Miss Edwards is one of them. Also,
We did have an order to our madness today.
so we're gonna bring up Chief Javaro Sims. We can bring him up here. So look at this suit, man. Look at this.
Oh, he looks sharp.
Somebody come look at this. Look at there
Yeah, we
you
all
go,
got
that
our green on
man.
today. We've all
on
got
down,
green
Chief.
on.
Great.
Yes. So actually, Chief just he's retired from the city of Delray Beach. How many years you put in with the city of Delray Beach Police Department?
30 years.
30 years. 30 years.
30 years.
Wow.
Congratulations.
And let's talk about your history just for a little bit, just from where you started from, being an athlete here, and going off to college and then coming back and giving and devoting your whole professional career really in the city of Delray Beach.
Right.
So give people that footprint or give them that, lay it out for them.
Well, growing up as a kid in Boynton Beach, nearby city, athletics really was my segue into opportunities that I probably wouldn't otherwise had. Playing football, running track, being state champion in track, making All-American in track, All-State in football in high school.
Oh.
Definitely was a huge lift for me. And leaving here and going to college at Florida A&M University on a full track scholarship also opened up other avenues for me, being able to travel to different states. I probably visit maybe 40 different states and probably 17 countries running track.
Wow.
And segued into
Great
playing a
opportunity.
few years in the CFL as well, and the USFL for 1 year. Same year the league folded. It's the same year I signed to go to the USFL. But injuries kind of derailed me extending my athletic career. So I had to segue into the real working world.
But going to that though, and this was something big though, the academic side of it.
Absolutely.
Because your goal was to really be a professional athlete, but
Right,
you had to
right.
really have a backup plan.
Oh, absolutely. Before I left college, I had my college degree.
Right.
Before I went to Canada, I had my college degree and also my master's degree, and I received a second master's in 2002 from Lane University. So education was paramount in my family. So that was a no-brainer for me. Me understanding that education will be vital in any success that I can potentially have moving forward in my career. So it was a no-brainer for me. So I definitely promote education and stress how important education is to our kids, because my athletic career was over before you could know it, and I had no idea when it was going to end. It ended when I had an injury that basically derailed my career, and a career-ending injury.
Right.
If I would not have had the education, I wouldn't have had the opportunities and the choices. And that's what education provides, choices.
Yes.
Right.
I started out in the educational field for 4 years and decided that wasn't really for me. And I branched off into the law enforcement field and put in 30 years.
Were you a teacher?
I was a teacher.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I was a teacher in Dade County
Yes.
school system.
Awesome.
Yeah, Dade County school system for 4 years. And I left there in 92. I started with the police department in 92 and retired this past August after 30 years of service with the city of Delray Beach, becoming chief of police November 6th of 2019. Becoming the first African American chief in the city history.
Yes. This is actually significant because right now we're in Black History Month.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he named his university that he went to. Also, Miss Edwards went there. So their school is the second best school in the state.
Oh, here you
of
go.
Florida.
Here we go. Here he goes.
But there are actually four HBCUs in the state of Florida. You have Florida Memorial down in Miami. Ms. Williams went there. We also have Edward Waters that's up in Jacksonville. You have FAMU that's over in Tallahassee. Then you have the #1 school. You have Bethune-Cookman University that's in Daytona Beach. So but however,
He wants to do that any chance he gets.
the one thing I love about a HBCU family is just that no matter which HBCU you went to, it's a big family from across the country. No matter if you was in DC, no matter where you were, all of the schools. And I really think Mr. C-Run and his group did a wonderful job by really recognizing you two on your accomplishments. And Ms. Edwards, how long have you been a principal now?
Okay, I've been in education for 30 years.
30 years.
30 years. This is my 11th year as a principal. Wow. And I've done all 3 levels, elementary, middle, and high. But yes, I love what I do, touching kids and just actually changing lives.
But and that's also a testament to Florida A&M education.
Yes. Being recognized.
But I think it's rare to be a principal now too, also in the neighborhood. I mean, the school that you went to, or in the neighborhood that you grew up in.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's
so special.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
Feel totally connected
Yeah.
when I grew up in the same community. So many of the parents in the community, so it's great. It's a great opportunity.
Right, and there's some other individuals that's being honored at that event. You have the city manager, you have Shirley Johnson, and there was one more. I forgot who the other person was, but that's what happens. Dr. Barbara Schuler, yes, Dr. Schuler. But that's what happens. We're playing a game of where in the world is C-Run Allen?
Where in the world?
Where Waldo? So
because he said 15 minutes, and I go C-Run.
15 minutes.
He's making math.
He's sitting in the way it is. So he's stuck in traffic.
So we know we can watch him. We know where he is.
But however, I want to congratulate you guys on being honored. I think it couldn't have been no other group that to be really honored.
There he is. We were just teasing you. And in he comes.
He walks in. He walks in right now. We did not plan this whatsoever.
We didn't. This was really good, though. This is really good. This is good timing.
Yes.
We rehearse.
He planned it. He had this all planned in his head.
So Mr. C-Run, this event that you're planning, that you're honoring these 5 individuals, and we just had a chance to introduce Chief Sims and Ms. Edwards to our viewers. Why them?
Well, Delray Beach has the African American community in Delray Beach, they have done so much for this community. And there's so many people who deserve this honor. But we had a call about 7 or 8 months ago for entries. And we had probably about 25 or so who came, at least 25. And we had an independent panel. In fact, many of them weren't even in this community. They were from out of town. And they selected these 5. Like I said, there's so many people in this community who could have been honored. It just so happened that in 2023, these 5 were selected.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
So tell us about the event. When is it taking place?
On Saturday, the 11th of February, we're going to close off 5th Avenue.
Okay.
And we're going to have a gala that's fitting for these 5 people. We have a band that's coming in. We're going to have food, finger food that is, knowing you. And we're going to have food. Just going to have a great time that's fitting for these 5 honorees that evening. Can't say enough about the support we got from the city of Delray Beach. Went to the city manager about this, and he said, let's make it happen.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think C-Run probably should be the 6th person on that list.
Yes,
I mean,
he should.
This is one guy, he really doesn't, he likes to be behind the scenes on a lot of things. I actually was in C-Run's mentoring program as a kid, growing up here in Delray Beach, and he's still to this day, he's a retired journalist, but he's still to this day making an impact on a lot of kids' lives here in Delray Beach. So, we have to give hats off to you. And a lot of times, like people say they don't get their flowers while they're living, but Mr. C-Run has been around for a long time, has impacted many generations here in Delray Beach. So you need to put your own.
What are you trying to say? I'm old?
Well, of all of the young people in the room, you're the oldest.
But another thing, I'll be remiss if I don't mention his military service as well.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
30 years?
30 years.
30 years.
Thank you
Service.
very
Yes.
much.
And when you talk about institutional knowledge of everything really here in the city of Delray Beach, when I want to get information, that's who I get a phone call
it's the one
to.
I call. And Ciron is just across the community, no matter what it is. I feel like you are involved and you're always one of the first people to say, how can I help? Or how can I connect these dots for so many things? I mean, we've come up with crazy things that we're like, how do we do? And Ciron's like, oh, well, you can do it. And we're like, oh, really? I thought it was going to be a lot harder. It's like, no, it's
Well, Amanda, like I've always said, this is our community.
Yes.
Yes.
And we can look outside for someone else to do it. But if we don't do it, who's going to do it oftentimes?
Exactly,
agree.
exactly.
I agree.
And I think that it is so special, this town, because we can do it. There is somebody in this town who can do pretty much anything. We don't need to look anywhere
Absolutely.
else.
Yes.
And I don't
Absolutely.
think there's that many, because we're still a relatively small town. I don't think there's that many towns where you could say something like that.
No.
You know, it really is special. And I mean, I'm just so honored to be here with all of you today, all of you who change lives every single day. And we're
Appreciate you
just
having
so
us.
lucky as a town to have so many incredible, beautiful individuals.
Yes.
Thank you.
So thank you guys very
Thank
much.
you so,
I
so
really
much.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
You wanted to
I'm telling you, rehearsal plays.
just play it off.
Picture perfect.
So thank you guys for
Thank you
joining us.
very,
We
very
really
much.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having us.
Thank
No problem.
you.
Yes.
What a great show. This is one of those shows where Commissioner Shirley Johnson just walked in. And we just planned this perfectly. 1, 2, we're like, oh. But so another incredible figure in our town
Yes.
who is changing our town and helps every day with so many things, myself included, the things that I've been able to do thanks to all of her hard work.
Hats off to Commissioner Johnson. I can say this is that Commissioner Johnson actually reached out to me a couple times and asked, what is it that your football players need? What is it that I can do? When can I come and meet the guys? You know, she's brought them snacks, she's brought them everything, just getting them prepared for the game. She come in and give them speeches, you know, things of that nature. So I have to really tell her, really thank you for supporting our program and being there for these young men and the young ladies within our program, as well as she actually provided turkeys for all of the kids for Thanksgiving, you know, and things of that nature. So I just have to say thank you.
A beautiful
Commissioner.
gift.
Yes,
Because
yes.
what towns do you see commissioners doing all of
Yes.
this? I mean, it really is what,
Yeah.
once again, makes our town so special. So thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
We are this is the perfect way to start the day,
Right.
but the fun is going to continue.
Yeah, so this is really going to be we're going to take a brief intermission. This is really going to be an extended show because now, you know, we have our National Signing Day event that's going to take place with our young men actually choosing, you know, where they're going to go off to college for the next 4 to 5 years.
And how many do you have that are signing today?
We have 6 that are signing today.
Wow!
And there's different tiers to it. So we have 6 that's signing today. We have another recruiting fair coming up later this month. So we have some more by the end of the school year that'll be announced of where they're going to college. But today we have 6 total.
And we get to celebrate all their
Yes.
hard work
Yes.
throughout their school career.
So guess what? If you're home, you're sitting on the couch, whatever you're doing, don't
some
go too far.
snacks.
Go
Get
get
some
you a snack. Go eat some Fruit Loops or some little Fruity Pebbles or grab you some Kool-Aid. And we'll be back momentarily, and you guys will get a chance to hear from our young men. So with no further ado, have a Delray day. See you in a little bit. Peace.
Invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce because here we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com.